ties the game.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Outside Rondo. The dish to Davis. It's stolen by Carter Williams. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Outside Bryant. Pulls up, high post. And he hits the jumper for two. Bryant's got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Now Carter Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Lopez. No luck. Great D that time from Davis. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin. Well, for Giannis Antetokounmpo and his brother Thanasis, a second-round pick, a dramatic change of fortune. Living in Athens, they struggle. Thanasis said, we'd be on the street selling a toy, a watch, something. And it's a good day because we didn't starve that day. Guys, their attitude hasn't changed. They try to save every penny.
They know how much every dollar can matter. Doris, thanks.
Last season, a tough one for Kobe Bryant. He missed all but a handful of games. Early on, it was the Achilles tear he was rehabbing from, and then after 6 games, a fractured tibia took him out for the season.
Miles Plumlee's checked in for Brook Lopez. Good on the second free throw. And Kobe's shown that he can withstand age with a terrific individual season for him. You remember, Steve, back in 2012, 2013, and then, of course, the injury-plagued season last year.
Yeah, so now the challenge, of course, is can he overcome age and injury, and that's the challenge this year. Only time will tell, but one thing we do know that nobody will work harder than Kobe Bryant.
Jabari Parker, a self-described obedient kid growing up in Chicago, maintained a 3.7 GPA through high school. He went so far as to say he had lower self-esteem in his younger days. You don't often hear about that from NBA athletes, but it's a reality. Believe me, I see these guys, and they often aren't as confident as you might think. But there's no reason for this guy to doubt his worth now, especially on the basketball court.
He's off on the first. And as humble as Jabari Parker seems off the court, Clark, he seems like one of those guys who flips a switch when he steps on the floor. Great motor, terrific hunger, real competitive.
Yeah, extremely competitive and confident and assertive. And with his talent, and you add those attributes, you've got a guy that looks like he could be a potential all-star someday.
Outside Rondo. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees. Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader. Henson hits them both.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. You know, he says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect there.
Kobe kicks to Stoudemire. Davis setting the pick for Stoudemire. Here's Clarkson. The shot is off, and Milwaukee will come the other way. And Rondo had said that his knee injury has made him humbler and certainly more appreciative of the NBA and his God-given gifts, and not skipping steps in his approach now to the game.
Yeah, you know, but he did skip a flight with the Celtics last season. He stayed in L.A. to celebrate his birthday. That's not exactly how you want to go about your work.
Pass to Davis. On the wing, Bryant. Lays it up and banks it in. Kobe's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Now here's Ennis. He kicks it to Parker. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Young's checked in. A different look for Milwaukee. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jack. No good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Kobe kicks to Clarkson. The kick out to Young. And it's Bryant in the corner. Bryant is doubled. Back to Young. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Young's got 6 points.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
Yeah, they're really trying to make a point of getting inside of the paint and getting after every rebound.
Lopez kicks to Jack. And it's Lopez penetrating. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Yeah, and that kind of approach is going to serve them well. It's gotten them to the line more than a few times this quarter.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
The Milwaukee Bucks are a team that's tried season after season, year after year, particularly recently, to put the best team they could manage on the floor. Unfortunately, that type of approach has kind of left them in no man's land. Not good enough to compete for a title, not quite bad enough to draft a potential superstar.
Young with no one around. And he drops that one in. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Mayo with a screen for Jack. There's a screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Jack's got 6 points. You talk about that no man's land. The Bucks have tried to sign the best players they could, but so often those mid-tier veterans really don't move the needle.
Yeah, but you know, with this year's top pick, and then you got the Greek freak Antetokounmpo. I mean, the Bucks have finally acquired a young talent who they think maybe be able to take them to the next level. We'll see.
Into Brook Lopez. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. 8 points for him. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Timeout called the Lakers. Well, the Bucks last season with one of the worst records, guys, in the NBA, almost despite themselves.
Yeah, a rare high draft pick for a team that's never shown much appetite for rebuilding. Now they find themselves with some gifted young talent.
Julia, he's checked in for Lopez. The Lakers trail.
Well, the question for the Bucks is this. I mean, will they feature those young players and then, in turn, by doing that, maximize their development? This has been a team that's been stuck on the treadmill of mediocrity for decades now, it seems. A chance presenting itself to go young and build something special. Will they have the patience and foresight and fortitude to do that? We'll see. I think they do, though. I think they'll be able to stay the course.
They shoot again, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Clarkson passes to Bryant. 8 feet away. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And the Bucks have locked themselves in with some veteran contracts. I'll be interested to see how they balance minutes. Do you go young and look ahead, or do you put your best talent on the floor? Not an easy call.
That free throw, no good.
Good game for Kobe. He's got 11 points and a steal.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the all-around effort that he's put in here today.
The numbers tell the story, Steve. He is filling up just about every column of that box sheet.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Mayo. Here's the screen. Shoots a 3. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. And Stoudemire slams it in.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder. Ersan Ilyasova struggling through a rough season in 2013-14, probably the worst shooting of his career, really. And his rebounding also fell off. Those were the strengths of his game. He's got to find it again. He's got to bring that effort and energy back to the game.
And the first one at the line is good. And Ilyasova with a big contract now. He's had 2 very good seasons over the last couple years.
And Kevin, you know the question will be, was that the high water mark for his career, or can Ilyasova find a way to get back to that level of production? Time will tell.
And the Bucks making a change here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Pachulia. Henson comes in for Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Carter Williams in for Jarrett Jack. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too.
Young again, Ilyasova. Young outside. Kicks it to Kobe. Lock at 6. In low to Davis.
Well, Well, Ed Davis, in his 5th season out of North Carolina, he's had to battle for minutes both in Toronto and Memphis, but has produced when he's been on the court. An active, athletic big man. He's a player to watch.
And he makes the first.